Yo, what's up guys, it's King Sean here, back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be predicting 5 players that could break out for the Washington football team this season, the 2021 season. So yeah, I haven't posted a video in about a month, guys, so, I'm back, and I'm going to have a lot of videos posted this week and next week. So, if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. Other than that, let's get to it. Alright, so the first guy I have on my list is cornerback Jimmy Moreland. And Jimmy Moreland, ever since he's gone into the league, he's been a really solid slot cornerback. And, he's really good, honestly. He's stayed relatively healthy, and he's played decent these past 2 seasons. So in 2019, he played a total of 14 games, 41 total tackles, and he had 4 pass deflections. He had no interceptions, but in 2020, last season, he played in all 16 games as a slot cornerback, 44 total tackles, 0.5 sacks, 1 pass deflection, and 1 interception. So he's played pretty good, and I have a stat right here from PFF. Jimmy Moreland in 2020 season, last season, 419 coverage snaps, 75 targets, 0 touchdowns allowed. I mean, that is awesome. That is really good. He's been one of the more underrated slot cornerbacks in the NFL. And I have another stat here. Yup, right here. Next gen stats. Slot coverage success rate. 2020 season, Jimmy Moreland was top 5 success percentage. He was 3rd, with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and Jordan Lewis being 1 and 2. So he was really good last season in 2020, and I'm hoping, and I think he can break out this season. So yeah, on to the next player. Alright guys, so the next guy we have here is Jonathan Allen, and let's go over his stats before I say why I think he could be a breakout player this season. So in 2017, he didn't play a whole lot, but that's because he was injured for most of the season. In 2018, he was fully healthy, ready to go. He played all 60 games, 55 total tackles, and 8 sacks. In 2019, he only missed 1 game. He played in 15 games, 64 tackles, 6 sacks. And in 2020, I guess you can say he dropped off, but in my opinion, he didn't. He played all 16 games, 62 tackles, 2 sacks, and 1 safety. Now, here's the thing. He only had 2 sacks last season in 2020, but he was very, very disruptive to the quarterback, and I will show you. So, here's a PFF stat. Most run stops among D linemen in 2020. Deron Payne won with 33 run stops, and Jonathan Allen is tied 2nd with 30 run stops. Wow, both of them are top 2 in run stops. But let's focus on Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen had 30 run stops, just 3 run stops behind Deron Payne. That's what, being disruptive is better than getting sacks, because you don't have, sacks are awesome, of course, but sometimes it's not all about sacks. It's all about being disruptive and stopping the running back. So, and pressuring the quarterback, of course. So, it's not all about sacks, and it's all about, being disruptive, as I said. So, this is why I think Jonathan Allen can be a breakout player this season, because he's on a contract year, and he wants to get paid. He probably wants to get paid for sure. And he's entering the last season of his rookie deal, so he's going to be looking for the bag. So, he's going to play his heart out and try to earn that second contract. So, this is why I think Jonathan Allen will be a breakout player this season. On to the next guy. Okay, so the next player here is Antonio Gibson. And Antonio Gibson, he played really well last season. Really, really well last season. He played in 14 games, 170 rushing attempts, 795 yards, 4.7 average per attempt, and 11 touchdowns. And no, that was his first season as a full-time running back. In 2019 and 2018, when he was at Memphis, he was really more of a wide receiver than running back. He was in the backfield a few times, but he was more of a wide receiver. He was actually a really good pass catcher. And he did get to catch some balls last season. he caught 36 receptions. He had 36 receptions, 247 yards, 6.9 yards per average, 0 touchdowns. I would like to see him catch the ball more this season. So yeah, hopefully, Ryan Fitzpatrick can get the ball to him more through the air. So yeah, imagine a fully healthy Antonio Gibson. Sheesh, that could be dangerous, y'all. Very dangerous. So I'm really excited to see what Antonio Gibson can do this season. And I really think he could break out. Maybe go for 1,000 plus yards and 12 plus touchdowns. So let's move on to the next guy, y'all. Okay, guys, so the next breakout player is Curtis Samuel. We just signed him this offseason to a 3-year, $34.5 million deal. And I love the signing. When we first signed Curtis Samuel, I was going crazy because I knew this was going to help Terry McLaurin out a lot. And this was going to help the team out a lot. We needed more weapons, and we finally got another weapon. That was good for Terry McLaurin and Ryan Fitzpatrick, who we also signed this offseason. So, let's read his stats. So, in 2017, he played in 9 games, 15 receptions, 115 yards. In 2018, he got a little bit more playing time. He played in 13 games, 39 receptions, 494 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He was more of a gadget guy in 2018 and 2019. In 2019, he played in 16 games, 54 receptions, 627 receiving yards, and 6 touchdowns. He also had 11.6 average per reception in 2019, which is really good. In 2020, last season, he played in 15 games, 77 receptions, 851 yards, 11.1 per average per catch, and 3 touchdowns. And he can also run the ball. In the past 2 seasons, he had a combined 330 rushing yards, as well as 3 touchdowns on the ground. So, let's look at some of these PFF stats. So, last season, highest catch rate among wide receivers, Curtis Samuel, number 1 with a 91% catch rate, which is great. Also, in 2020, on deep targets, 20-plus yards, a 99.9 receiving grade, tied first in the NFL. Now, we have Ryan Fitzpatrick, who loves to go deep, guys. He loves to go deep. And Curtis Samuel's probably really happy that he has Ryan Fitzpatrick on his team, because since Curtis Samuel's a beast downfield, and Ryan Fitzpatrick loves to go deep. So, a match made in heaven. So, I think Curtis Samuel, he could break out for like 1,000 receiving yards this season with also like 200 rushing yards. He's going to be a beast, guys. Him alongside Terry McLaurin and De'Ami Brown. I don't know how you can stop that. I mean, that's an insane trio. So I'm really excited to see what Curtis Samuel can do this season. And I think he will break out in 2021. On to the next player. All right, guys. So the final player we have here is Kalei Hudson, linebacker. And we drafted him in 2020. And he played all 16 games for us last season. He only had 2 starts, I believe. And he was actually pretty decent in those 2 starts. 13 total tackles, 7 solo, and 6 assists. And this offseason, he has been really good so far. I don't want to give my hopes up on him, but he's been pretty good so far this offseason in OTAs and minicamp. So, do I think Kalei Hudson could be a potential starter for us at linebacker in the future? Yes, but he does have I think because right now, I feel like Jamin Davis and Cole Holcomb are going to be the 2 starting linebackers. And then maybe Kalei Hudson can ease his way in for some reps. So, yeah. Hopefully, he can work hard in training camp and, win a starting job at the linebacker position. I remember in OTAs or minicamp, he had a one-handed interception on Ryan Fitzpatrick, and it was crazy. The defense was going crazy over that interception, man. I love Kalei Hudson. I think he could be big for us this season. He could potentially break out. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see what Kalei Hudson can do, and I hope you guys are too. So, if y'all enjoyed this video, leave a like down below, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. Other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out.